Hello beautiful beloveds, and welcome to the extended reading where I'll focus mainly on the sacred sexual side of the dynamic, but it may also go a bit more into the emotional or spiritual connection, whatever needs to come up. For this one I like to draw two new cards, but I'll just remind you of the two in the initial reading, but yeah, they may need to be touched on again, but we'll see. But these are the two for the main reading I did. The Divine Masculine is the Five of Arrows. Frustration. Well, I think that's obvious. That could be sexual frustration. Definitely. And the Eight of Bows, Hearthfire, for the Divine Feminine, and that's, she keeps the home fires burning for her Divine Masculine. I don't think I said that in the initial one. I'm not sure why, but maybe it was meant to be saved for this one. I don't think I mentioned sexual frustration either, but it's she's keeping the home fires burning for him, definitely. It's all the fiery heat between her legs, isn't it? I mean, that's where home is. Or maybe I do need to say a bit more about this. It feels like she's quite protected, and it is other masculine energies protecting her, which is quite interesting. There was the card for the Divine Feminine 3 weeks ago in the main reading, which was where she felt quite vulnerable and unprotected. So this is interesting that this is this leap, and it's about inviting. It's connecting with masculines and feminines, but I definitely feel it's about inviting masculine energy in. And it could also be it could be previous partners. It could be about perhaps she's been lucky enough to have had some healthy sexual partners in the past, or it could be about healing and clearing energy from those that perhaps weren't. It's interesting. Yeah, because I think I did mention jealousy, Divine Masculine. There is a bit of that. But I think, I think masculine energy kind of thrives on, on that a bit. In a healthy dose, I think I said in the other video, it can be a good thing. If he sees that there is another suitor, then that should kick him up the bum. Maybe he's been kicked up the bum here. Maybe this friend here, whose advice he kind of didn't want to take on board. It's actually giving him a kick on the butt, kick up the bum. Okay, I wasn't expecting to talk about them. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, very excited by this one. Yeah, the Divine Masculine wants to come through first again. This is the card for the Divine Masculine, for the sacred sexual energies, Two of Vessels, attraction. Yeah, so that's he's spotted her. He's spotted her, and he's going full pelt. He's going full pelt towards her. It's just he's seen her. He's seen it. Whether sorry. Well, he could have seen it. He could have seen the connection. It is very much about seeing. It's this card. this card can, it's about pure point connection. I mean, that is really the essence of this card. And it's about recognizing your mirror, but also your opposites. So it's very masculine and feminine energies in that way. It's about what am I trying to say? Why isn't it coming out? Love at first sight, that's it. So it can be literally that divine masculine has seen her. Yeah, I feel that there are some divine masculines who are following, hopefully not literally stalking, but you know, like well, these days it's social media, isn't it? But it could be I feel it's more like Instagram or YouTube though, like things where there are pictures or videos, because the divine masculine responds very well to visuals. It could be that he's literally seen her. It could be that he has seen her in the past, laid eyes on her, but has only kind of just realized, has only kind of just figured it out. Could have seen her in a dream. It's I almost get the feeling that for some of you may have been someone who's literally like been in your life that you've seen like every day, and just perhaps just didn't realize that they were your counterpart. But there is huge emphasis on this, like it is a huge awakening. There was a huge awakening last week, the divine masculine and the sun energy. This is a huge eye opener, if that's what it is. And he could see that it's not only that he's seen you, but understood that you're twin flames, or if he doesn't understand twin flames, that you're soulmates. He's understood, you know, it's that this is what he needs to fulfill him and satisfy him. You know, if this is sexual, it's like it's like he knows that you're the only one that can satisfy him. And these there's something a bit quirky and kinky about these heads here, I think. Because they're not it's not like it's like the same. It's not like they're both horses or both I guess one's a stag and a horse, isn't it? It's almost like he felt that he was a bit weird sexually, or he had these strange kind of ideas, or kind of perversions. He could, kind of, maybe he's felt a bit awkward about that. Maybe partners have put him down, but he's finally, he can be his kooky self with his divine feminine, and it's like, oh, she's just as weird as me. The sexual vibe from this card is extremely strong, and I kind of want to laugh, but I kind of want to laugh again, a bit like this one. It just made me, it just feels very like Beetlejuice, don't know if you've seen that, where they're the two ghosts and they have those two weird kind of heads. So it is about kind of not taking things too seriously as well. It's just that those light-hearted moments. In kind of joy, fun and laughter. It's like that is where the pure point connection is, and that is where arousal is. That is what is the biggest turn on. And he needs that. He needs joy and laughter. He needs a partner who makes him feel like a little boy and a man, and he needs the love. And he wants someone he's able to pour himself into, in an emotional sense and a sexual sense. Like he just wants to completely pour himself into her, fill her up. Yeah, and all the green here is like, can be the heart chakra as well, and he has green on the bottom half. So his heart is connecting to his manhood there, to his cock. It's like he can't, not can't. Well, I don't ever say anything by mistake. It's all for a reason. Perhaps he can't get it up for any reason other than someone who makes his heart float on this vibration. It's like the fly is done straight, done up. It's not coming down for any other reason. He's not interested anymore if he doesn't feel this. So he doesn't want to get his trousers off for anyone other than her. I think, I'll just... So I've said a little about this one, but the Divine Feminine is in this card as well, so that's really beautiful. We'll see. I did draw another one for Divine Feminine. We'll see if more comes from this. Otherwise, that may be it. But it was all from his point of view, wasn't it? So we need we need the balance. We need the feminine point of view. Just put this one down. So this is the Divine Feminine, the ancestor. She's got okay. Well, she's kind of like the counterpart visually here, isn't she? For the Divine Masculine. Sorry. So what's going on here with this lady? There's it's like there's a nun-like energy with this one, and I think last week with the Divine Feminine there was it was a matter of virginity. It's like literally it was a matter of virginity, and it was issues with that, feeling uncomfortable and awkward. So this is more of a more of a nun energy in that pure essence, but she's comfortable in that state now. It's completely, she's completely embodied the, you know, the spiritual aspect of that, and the emotional aspect, and yeah, and the physical aspect of, as well, of that side of her nature, which is her true self. And of course it can represent physical virgin. It could be that she's that she's comfortable with that now, that she's worked through what she needed to do in order for that, you know, in order for that to sit well with her. It feels more of an understanding, yeah, understanding as to why she's she can be surrounded by all these men, all these suitors, but she's holding the place for her beloved, and just the power and strength in that is shown here in this card. It can also be, yeah, I don't really want to say virginity too much, but it is like there is something about returning here to more of a pure state. But it's like it's the end of the, it's almost like, it's like at the end of the journey, not the beginning. It's like the pure state that's the there's another word other than pure. There's anything wrong with that word. The authentic, that's is at the, this is the end of the journey, not a beginning. So it's learning to be at one with her. Yeah, so this is about being at one with herself, her sexuality, her body. Just the serenity in this card is really something. It's just, it's not bothered by anyone or anything, which is like the exact opposite of this. So maybe the divine masculine needs to take some of this on board. But the attraction to this, yeah, when I put these two together, the attraction from this to this is just, it's like he wants to be in this state as well. The sexual energy is not extremely overwhelming, and I think that's because it's quite mysterious. It's like you just kind of got like the one breast showing there, and it's like, what exactly is she trying to say with that? Is she trying to say something? There's also something in this card about speaking without words. So it could be the language of, could be body language. It could be the language of flotation. It could be, you know, telepathic, energetic, you know, that kind of communication with her beloved. The drum there, just trying to tune into that. It's like it feels a bit protective. So there is still a partly protective element here. She'll call him when she's ready. That's what I'm getting with that one. And the drum can also, you know, be the sound of like heartbeats. Yeah, it's just that very kind of, that primal, familiar. Yeah, okay, now I'm just tuning into something that's like a sense of being afraid. And that's the vulnerability here. Okay. So that it's the balance here of a lady being extremely in tune with herself, her authentic self, embodying that. But she's also aware of her perhaps weaknesses, yeah, her vulnerabilities. And she isn't afraid to share that with her divine masculine, or she's still kind of deciding. There's like, I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to let him see that side of me yet. And that's her emotional nature. That can also be her body, her naked body. It's almost there. But it's almost like, when are you ready? When is the right time? This energy doesn't want to wait. But this energy, will be able to hear this and tune into that. Be able to hear her calling, her heart calling. And I think this is also saying, or this card is definitely don't be afraid. So just send your divine masculine the call from your heart. So you can always hear you calling him. And I feel I will leave that there. Now I hope that you got something from that, it resonated with you. And I enjoyed doing that very much, so I will continue with these. And looking forward to seeing what will be coming through next time. Until then, beloveds, take care.